Hello Pisces, this is your March 1st to March 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm going to use the Bonfire Tarot again. It's by Gabby Angus West. You can see it in the back there. And for the support cards this time, I'm going to use the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I'll probably bring back the color cards now and then, but right now I wanted to do those, so that's where we're going. Okay. And alright, so this is interesting because I typically like to do them right side up, but I think about 3 of them at least came up upside down, which is fine. Now, your overall energy is the Queen of Swords reversed. It makes me think you're not communicating, or you're not talking. It makes me think like you're kind of in control of the situation, but you're not communicating. Things are a little like, I feel like you're bending over backwards for things to work out, but you're not communicating how you feel is kind of what I'm getting from this. Which, being a Pisces myself, sometimes we just don't communicate because we just don't want to. Maybe that's what's happening, I'm guessing, only as a Pisces myself. And it is the Queen of Swords. The way I usually interpret her is she does what she wants. You just don't want to talk about it. Whatever it is, I feel like you don't want to talk about it. You're bending over backwards to not talk about it, which is interesting. I can relate to that. Let's see how the rest of this goes, to see how the rest of it comes together, because I'm getting a romance feel through this whole thing. Again, it's a general read. Like I always say, it could be a very close relationship. Don't get caught up on the romance. If it clicks that way, great. Otherwise, it could definitely be a close relationship. As we go into this time frame, we are in Pisces, which is our natural sign, our birth sign, of course. And we can definitely get a bit... being a Pisces myself, I like to say this. I just want to reiterate that I know how this is. I don't feel like you're very motivated, and I'm thinking there might be a reason for this. You might be worn out. You might just need a break. And I feel like you're just not wanting to be a part of this right now. You want a break. You just want to relax, watch a movie. You don't really want to participate in a lot. You just want to take time for yourself and just relax. I'm not seeing this as a bad thing. So I don't want to, especially since I'm a Pisces myself, so I'm kind of looking at this in the respect of, just needing a break, had enough. And it's not like anything happened, it's just like, I need a break. I need time to just, whoa. Okay. Now, it doesn't seem like this serves us all that well. Because I feel like we take a little bit too much time to ourselves and things get a little bit out of hand and things start to kind of come apart. I feel like, and I'm going to put me in that with the we, I feel like we take a break and we do that and then we race to catch up to be back up to speed where we normally would have been. I've done this to myself before. And I'm thinking of it in this respect. There's certain deadlines to be met. And you're just like, I need a break. And you take a day or two just to yourself. And then the deadline's still coming and you're committed to doing it. And you race to meet the deadline. And I think you're gonna, but it's a pain in the butt. Okay? And things around you, they go to your favor. I feel like things work for you. You get the time you need to do that, but I think what we're starting with, and again, I'm putting myself in this boat, like this break, don't take as much of a break as you want to. Don't be too over self-indulgent. Try to push yourself to keep some of it going, and I feel like this won't be as bad. I'm going to make a note on my phone, I hope, to rewatch my own videos so I remember this and don't do it to myself, because I can see myself doing that to myself. I don't feel like it's really bad. I feel like it's just like aggravating. Like, ah, now I gotta catch up to all this. I feel like that's what's happening here. Okay, now we got another card. And it feels like this card is face down, so I haven't looked at it yet. But right below it, I'm already noticing things like this reversed, the Four of Swords reversed. It's really making me think that things are moving, things are hopping. People want you to be involved in things. People are trying to pull on you to do this with them, do that with them. If it's around your birthday and maybe there's a celebration for it, they're trying to get you to come with them and they're pulling you like, come on, let's celebrate, let's have a good time, blah, blah, blah. I feel like people are pulling at you to be a part of festivities with them. So what is this card? Ah, the King of Swords. Okay. This is good. So I think, however this turns out for you, it doesn't last long. You're back on top of the world because you get things back in order. You get things back in line. With this card, I just feel like, especially the way I relate to it, you're going to take that break. If it's just too long, or if I just feel like it's just going to make you go faster to get back on track. And it's almost like I don't feel like you go off track. You just have to run to keep on track. It's just this little break here, which may not be avoidable. I mean, if you can, like, plan for it ahead of time, try to get ahead before this happens. Just know that that's coming. Because I feel like it's just going to be, for some of you, I feel like you're going to be a little under the weather. And you're just going to be you're not going to have like a choice. For other of us, I think that we're just going to be like, I just want a minute to myself, you know, and you're just like, I'm just checking out for a minute. I'm just going to do that because I want to. And once that's over, you're just kind of running to catch up. I really feel like you're running to catch up. I know that that's not really what you're seeing there, and that's not the typical meaning of this card. But that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm an intuitive reader. I read what I'm getting off the cards. Okay. Things go back into line. I'm seeing this romance card here a little differently now. I feel like this is in your mental mindset. You're back feeling happy. Like, I feel like it starts off a little slow. You just kind of want to disconnect from the world. You don't want to communicate. I feel like that's the Queen of Swords reversed in the beginning part. Like, you just don't want to, and you're not going to, and that's that. And then when you hit this part, like, after this running to catch up, and I really feel like that's what that means for this reading. Again, I read cards based on what I'm getting off of them, not the traditional meanings, so however that affects you. When that's over, you're back on top of the world. You're happy with everything. Like, as we go closer to Aries, like, it's going to be the 15th. That's not going to be Aries time yet. That's around the 20th, somewhere around the 20th. I don't know exactly where that changes, but you're going to feel real great. This is going to be, this moment puts you back on top of the world. I'm thinking for a lot of us, it's like a birthday celebration, some type of celebration. Just feeling really appreciated and renowned, and it's very, really good feeling. Another reason I think that's a party is because right after, this is in the environment. How are you seeing this? I want to say it's going to read like that for you, going that way. This happens first. When it's reversed, I feel like things are happening. People want you to be a part of their lives. People want to hang out with you. People want your time. People want your time. And I feel like it's a quick thing. It's a great time, you have a good time, but then it's over, and things go back to the way they were, which I don't think is bad. I just feel like you have a good time. Like, this is a quick thing. Like, hang out. Woo, let's have a good time. We want you around. And then it's like, okay, back to life, gotta work, blah, blah, blah. Not a bad thing, just back to the normal grind. And I feel like you also go back to the normal. I also kind of feel like you're still not wanting to talk. I almost feel like there's something bothering you in this time frame. You're just a little, like, I just feel like you're a little bothered. And I guess because it's a general read, I'm not getting, like, a specific situation. For some of you, it may be like, oh, another year older. For others, it just may be, oh, I'm just so sick of this winter. For others, it's just something that's, you're just kind of like, ugh. I don't really feel like there's anything specific that I'm hitting on. And I don't know if that's just because it's just like the energy is just kind of lulling for us at the moment. And I feel like when we're going around the 15th on towards the 20th, we're just kind of getting back into the normal groove, doing what we need to do, waiting it out. Typically, for me anyway, when Aries starts kicking in, that's spring. Things start happening a little more. I like spring. I like Aries energy a lot. So it tends to move me forward. But I don't feel like there's anything bad here. I just feel like back to the normal situations, back to doing things. I still feel like you're not talking about whatever's bothering you, and I'm not sure if it's just because you're just kind of feeling blah. Only kind of like it's winter, like you're waiting for winter to end. You just feel like another year older, nothing different. Like something's just, I feel like it's not really a big deal. It's just kind of a lull in the mood. Just feeling a little like, I don't feel like it's really like sad. Just kind of like, Okay. For our birth time, I thought there'd be more going on here, but I feel like that's all I'm really talking about. I think the big message of this reading is this: when this card comes into play and you just want to disconnect from the world, unless you're like stuck and you don't feel well and just how it is, you got to recuperate. Unless it's like that, try not to disconnect completely, or like when the moon is in Pisces, when the sun and the moon are both in Pisces, personally, I find that I'm just like, through that whole period, I'm ready to take a nap, and I'm not extremely motivated. I'm not sure how that might affect you differently. It's a heightened psychic awareness going on there, but still, you may be getting thoughts, but it's just not a lot of physical activity. You're not really wanting to, at least in my case. That's what I noticed, and I'm not sure. I'm thinking this might be about this time. I could be wrong. I like astrology. I like some of it. I know some of it. I wouldn't push it on to anyone else because there's only certain things I know and certain things I follow, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for this reading. Just to be aware of that and try not to slow down too much. Again, if it's like me, it's just you're ready to take a nap through that whole time period when the moon and the sun are both in Pisces. It's just like, I'll just take a nap through this whole 2.5 days stretch right now, if you don't mind. Thanks. Yeah, I'm getting the moon energy here. So whatever day that is. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct read from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Have a good day.